everyone, and welcome to my new video. And what is this video about? Well, it's about resonators. You know resonators, those things that you run sound into and they resonate. The clue's in the name, I guess. And what can you do with them? You can do loads of stuff. They're brilliant. I love them. I think they're fantastic. If I could, I would make a whole album with just resonators. They're so much fun. They're great for making weird percussion, and they're also great for making ambient textures, whether that's a pleasurable ambient or an unsettling ambient. They've got lots of potential to add all kinds of colour to your sonic compositions. And for me, I've always thought that they've sat nicely in the middle of that realm of sounding very organic and very kind of real life, but also really digital, because essentially what they are is just loads and loads of delays. And what you do is you excite those delays with a little bit of something, and then they go, whoa. And Ableton's actually got loads of resonators. It's got resonators. It's got the spectral resonator. It's got corpus. Even the what? Even oh my goodness. Even the phaser flanger can be used a bit like a resonator as well. But I am going to start with the OG resonators, going back to, I don't know, Live 4, I think, or Live 3. It's fantastic. And basically it gives you 5 notes that you can resonate all at the same time. So let's look at that. I need something to excite the resonator. So I'm going to use echo. Why am I using echo? Let's just turn off the resonator for a second. Well, echo has this noise generator in it, which is really great. You can turn the noise on here, and then we can turn the amount up. There it is. And you can morph around the noise like that. There's a sweet spot around about 62 that sort of makes this note kind of like a kind of humming jack lead sort of thing. Lovely stuff. So I'm going to just quickly put an LFO on that morph so that that kind of morphs around nice and slow. And let's have a listen to that now. Okay. Isn't that just, I could just listen to that. Anyway, let's enable the resonator. Turn up the dry wet. So, we've got some controls here. We've got a filter, so we can filter the sound before it hits the resonators. Without that off, it sounds a lot more bright. So I'm just adjusting my levels here. With the filter on, we can sort of put a high pass on there, I think. No, low pass? Sorry, low pass. So we can do a high pass. And indeed this one and this one, blah, 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 blah. Let's stick with the low pass for now. And then we've got some decay. We've got a different mode, which to me sounds like that maybe the phase is in reverse or something, or that kind of opposite resonator flanger thing you get when it sounds like it's sort of backwards. I don't know. And we've got some notes. So we can have a bass note. And we can add more notes on top. Let's go for a nice dominant 7th with a 9th on top, I think. Doesn't that sound lovely? Let's stick a limiter on there. Turn that down a bit. And then duplicate it 3 times to see what that's like. Wow. Okay, that's a little rich in certain frequencies. Let's filter some of that down. Lovely stuff. Yeah. Okay, so, but that's a little bit excessive so early on in the video. Let's delete some of those. And what I want to do, turn that down, what I want to do is I'm going to create various chains of loads of resonators to create this sort of, well, I don't know what it is going to be. It's just going to be lots and lots of resonators all doing stuff at the same time. So going back to that idea of kind of like pinging the resonator, exciting it, tickling it, if you will, I'm going to do that with a couple of like auto pans. So first of all, I'm going to, let's turn the volume back up, I'm going to do like a sort of 16th note pan on the noise before it goes into the resonator. If we do it afterwards, it sounds quite as good, but it's a bit too choppy. If we do it before, then then you kind of get some of that decay. If we did like a really aggressive sort of square like that. Okay. And I'm going to use another auto pan and have this one go very slow, something like over a bar with the phase down. Lovely. I'm going to set this back to C and turn all these other resonators off. I just want one note like that. Okay, I'm going to group those three now into a rack. Open up the chain selector. Duplicate this chain. And this one I'm just going to make some changes. Have this one down maybe to G. Have it going at a slightly slower rate on this auto pan. And then maybe even slower on this one. Turn the width down here and maybe on the other one. And pan this one maybe like -25. Okay. Let's duplicate that one. Set this one to pan on the 25 to the right. And give this one a different note. Let's go down an octave. And just change these pannings a little bit. Yeah. I'm going to have a duplicate of this 16th note one, but it's going to be a high G. And I'm going to put it out of phase with this one. So let's go 180%. I'll type that in. So they're out of phase now. Let's pan this one slightly to the left and this one slightly to the right. Okay, let's get something a little bit more in the low end. So let's use corpus. Let's put corpus on a new chain. Wow. So corpus is kind of very aggressive. You've really got to tame it. It's a wild beast. But it can do some wonderful things. It's generally, I tend to lean to it more for kind of doing percussive textures. But if you use things like the string, the pipe, the tube, even marimba, I suppose. I was going to go with string and just get it really down. C1 maybe. I'm going to hold shift so that I can get it dead on C1. Just go up. Interesting. So we can really whack up the decay. And get like a nice drone like that. It's very loud. Okay. Let's see what kind of panning we could do with that. Maybe like more of a kind of downward ramp like that. Maybe going at something like let's try 2. Let's pull that decay down a bit, maybe. Okay, a bit faster. Let's try. Oh my goodness me. that's okay. Let's pull in another auto pan, put it there, and then I'm going to do the same thing. Have it kind of fade in and out. Okay. Just want to address this a little bit more. Okay, that's all right. I'm going to duplicate that one. This one can go down even more. Let's go down to a low G. Maybe a different resonator. Tube is a bit out of tune. Let's go for string. Oh yes, that's good. Okay, there's a little much in the mid-range. I wonder if I could just maybe pull that out. Oh, I'm not very good at EQing. Let's have a go anyway. Let's have a look. Okay, we've got a big thing there. We've got some stuff here. I wonder if I could just do a cut there like that. Okay, those low resonators, I'm going to pull them down a bit, maybe -12. Because they're a bit much. But they're there. I want them there for their body. Okay. Okay, I'd like something a little bit higher now. Let's make a new chain. And maybe let's try corpus again. Where is it? There it is. Well, high G. Slightly sharp. Slightly flat rather. Come on, let's go all the way up. Just holding shift and pressing up on the keyboard so I can go in cents. Okay, that's good. Alright, bring it down a little bit. And again, let's... this one I just want to fade in and out very slowly. So let's do something like this. Yeah, that's fine. And maybe I'll put a delay on it. Come down a bit. Come down a bit, you. So, we can also do all kinds of things. I'm morphing the noise, but we could do some kind of filtering as well, like which is always good, like filtering things before they hit the resonators, or playing around with their volume. Different types of filters, low pass, high pass, etc., can make a real difference to the resonators doing their thing. So let's try that with a low pass. It's kind of gone. So I've applied an LFO now to that auto filter. This is what it's like. Okay, I want one more high one, which is this one, I think, isn't it? Duplicate that. This is going to go up. Slightly different volume time. Okay. Suddenly I don't really like the filter. Let's try a high pass. Okay, this is going somewhere. I'm getting excited now. Right. So now, let's just put an OTT on it, just to squash it like a crazy person. And then I think a bit of shimmer reverb from the hybrid reverb. And then what I like to do, which I've been doing a lot with my reverbs, is putting a bit of dynamic tube on there. The drive all the way up, the dry wet maybe at about 50%. And there's a lovely sweet spot on the bias between 50 and 54 where it really, really starts to really crunch out like that. Ooh, but like not too much though. Just sort of take some of the pristine out of reverbs, you know. Reverbs they're all so clean these days, you know. Just grunge them up a bit. Okay, so those high ones are a bit much. Pull the decay down and maybe a little bit on that one. And perhaps even filter it here. Yeah, and then maybe the same for this one. And for those low ones, yeah, I mean, they're not that low, but they're still quite low. Maybe we could put a little bit of something on that, maybe the pedal, just to kind of make them a little bit more weighty with the sub button. Yeah, they're starting to get a little bit distorted, which is nice, but we have to be careful because we don't want to go too grunge. Yeah, it's got some texture. It's now it's all furry and stubbly. Okay, and then the final thing I like to do, especially with reverbs, is chuck on this chorus ensemble and set it to vibrato. About 25% amount. Give it a bit of wibbly wobbly woo. Okay, let's listen to what we've made. This mad chain of too many resonators. Might come down a bit on the dry wet with that dynamic tube, like 40%. Don't want to crunch it out too much. Okay, I like that a lot. I'd be more than happy to go into space right now. So there you go. I guess that'll do. That is something that you can do with a lot of resonators. You can stack them up or run them into each other and create all kinds of mayhem or nice things. And then, you know, take a sample of that and, you know, away you go. So that's it. Resonators. I hope this video resonated with you. So I'm going to go and put this on my Patreon now, where you can download this and all kinds of other things. And have a nice time. See you. Bye.